Down under in Australia, part 6 of the F123 career mode with the Audi team, man. The 4 rings, the 5 rings, I can't even remember how many rings are in an Audi, but first initial impact thoughts on this track, it's probably going to be the most competitive of the career mode so far as we absolutely send the car careering wide there. But I mean, come on, we're probably going to do a decent job this weekend. I've faith as we set a purple sector 1 as we start flying off the track, but eventually after a few laps we were running 0-0 wings. I just wanted to go for straight line speed, but yeah, we did a 23.6, which was alright, but as we edged closer towards the end of the session, I put a bit more downforce on the car, and when we put on the hard tyres, we actually managed to improve by a second. So it just shows you, straight line speed isn't everything, but we're currently 21st. What can we do going across the line? It's a 22.5, and that puts us P8 for the end of practice 1. Eventually it did push down to P14, but you know, with the highest hard car runner, 6 times quicker than the Alpine, in the final practice, we bounce over the chicane, and this was a monumental crash, man. Just no excuse for that. Here's another angle. I mean, I've just turned it way too early, man, and the car, when this track bites, folks, it bites back. Yeah, I believe Sergio Perez fastest. I mean, not good, this car. We need to produce something else as we go in to our only lap of qualifying. I tell you what, the AI traffic during qualifying is an absolute disgrace, but even with that, across the line we do a 21 flat, and yeah, we lose more time on the second run, so I decided to pit, and that is where we're going to end up, guys. 17th, but I'm sure people are going to qualify anyway, but who knows who's going to get pole as we go into the Australian Grand Prix. Oscar Piastri wouldn't mind it, but you know what? I thought points was realistic this weekend, but probably not anymore. But we're starting 18th, the 5 red lights are about to go. Hopefully there can be points at the end of this magical rainbow as the lights lasted there for quite a bit. We were on the mediums, a few other people weren't getting bogged down. We got Piastri. Oh, well, no, there was a wee bit of contact there, and dare I say, Oscar Piastri has damaged his front wing as us we just fly over the grass. There's no attempt there to make turn 1. Absolute disgrace as Oscar Piastri. It looks like he's missing his complete front wing, so we're going to make sure we overtake him so we don't get bogged down behind the rest of them. But Albon on the softs, I think he'll be pretty hard to overtake. As we move on to lap 2, we do a switch back on Gio and Albon. I mean, that is how you time a move to perfection. There is no two ways about it. As Magnussen up next, but you know what, this one was easy enough. Not really too hard, that one. Up next though, we've got Pierre Gasly, and Gasly's going to be demolished as well. I mean, just a very poor exit for Gasly, and the job is done. Really good manoeuvre, and oh god, as we run megally wide, man. I mean, Jesus, how much can these tyres take? But the mediums feel good, man. The mediums feel good as we've got Ocon and Yuki Tsunoda ahead of us. I think we'll just probably risk it here on Tsunoda, not on Ocon. And that is us done, moving up to 11th. I mean, points look like a real possibility as we move on to lap 10, and Max Verstappen came out the pits ahead of us on his mediums. He looks like he's going for a 2-stopper, while me, Ocon, basically everyone on mediums are going for a 1-stopper onto the hard tyres, which the hard tyres felt good when we were doing laps in practice 1, so hopefully they feel good in the race. As we're moving on though to lap 11, look at this, 208 miles an hour. Can we hit 209? We can't, but we overtake Ocon. Job done. Moving on though, we're going to have to pit very soon, and hopefully we can get to the end of this race on these big hard tyres. We've got about 15 laps to go. Hopefully we can. I don't know, I feel like the 2-stop might be the quicker strategy. I feel like medium soft probably would have been, but I don't know, I feel like if you don't have the pace, you'd rather hold off rather than do a 2-stopper and just have no hope of catching. So we're coming out here behind Albon and Tsunoda, they've opted for the 2-stop, and it looks like they're going to go ahead and do it. But as we move on to the next lap, I believe we are going to be battling Ocon here as he comes out the pits. We're going to overtake the likes of De Vries, Sargent, Hulkenberg, Guan Yu Zhou and Ocon, but as long as we get a good turn 1, just we switch back with that Bottas though. He's going to be all over Oyas as well, but we managed to get the job done, and need DRS though, but we've done it. As we move on to lap 19, who else? Is there anybody in the pits? There's nobody else in the pits, but we do have Ocon and Bottas in close company. But moving on, lap 23, Max Verstappen, fastest lap of the race at 21.4, and now we've locked up there massively Sainz is pitted for his 2-stop. A few drivers have been, but for some reason Albon, Shinoda have stayed out. So it looks like they're not even going to do a 2-stop. But Ocon has hit us, and the safety car is out. Absolute chaos here as the Alpine just absolutely smashes straight into us. I mean, of course, we've got a safety car here, so things are looking good for us. We're on the soft tyres. I mean, I probably should put the mediums on because that was easily the best stint of this race. The mediums at the start, but we're gonna go here. We've got 3 racing laps. We've got Oscar Piastri. We dispose of him. Up next, we have got Jack Doohan, our teammate, who realistically, guys, in an ideal world, would just be letting us straight through. But this is EA. This is F1. They do not think like that. As the rain pisses down outside, we are about to launch a move on De Vries, and it's done. Up next, though, is Logan Sargent, and we're just going to get such a better drive out this last corner. Oh, but Shinoda has absolutely put the brakes on. Is that a brake failure or something? We'll have to look at the replay. No, I don't know. The engine just stalled, and for some reason he ghosted it. I'm not a fan of that. I know it would have been an absolute pile-up if he didn't ghost, but I'd have took it. But look at this. This is pretty much gifted us points. It was looking like we probably wouldn't have got points, but now we overtook about 6 cars doing the one straight, and up next we've got Sainz and Albon. Sainz on fresh hards though are actually outpacing us because even by this point the soft tyre is done for us. But on to the last lap. This is crucial if we can score Alexander Albon in this race. We clip the back of him, he almost spins. It's a fucking argy-bargy. We sit in behind him, we've got the DRS as we now trying to get the job done, and again we almost clip him. But surely that is P9 to us, but that's 3 seconds behind. Looks like we're doing a good job. Job done. And you know, I was not expecting to score points this early on in the season, but we've rammed wide. It could be going for 2 points to 1. Gravel on the tyres, but Albon hits us and he's out the race. We fly off the track, man. Holy fuck, we need to keep this going. Holy shit, what a mess. Bottas could be getting us here, but just a quick look back at the replay. It's a similar incident to the Ocon one. It really is, but moving on. Max Verstappen has won. His 2-stop is played, a treat, and as for us, it's P9. It's our first points of the season. A lovely jubbly. Can't complain with that too much. It's engineered insanity. Insanity moves us from last in the drivers and last in the constructors up to, I believe, P8 in the constructors, and we'll need to see where I am in the drivers. Here I am up to P13. Only 13 drivers have scored points, so we're doing pretty well there. Don't know how long it's going to be the next point score, but hell yeah, guys, cannot complain with that here down under in Australia. Always loved the track. I mean, Sector 3 was the downfall, but I love the first 2 sectors with the new layout. It's phenomenal, but there's confirmation. 3 teams on 2. It was a good thing. Ocon and Albon shunting each other out, man.